Hey, innovators and creators. Have you ever wondered, why do some people turn obstacles into opportunities while others remain stuck in the same place? In Getting Things Done by David Allen, we discover that productivity isn't about working harder. It's about building systems that keep you clear, calm, and in control. Today, we'll explore powerful stories, from Masayoshi Son to Oprah Winfrey, to show how small systems create massive results. Welcome back to Read with Joy, where books spark bold change. Let's dream bigger, act bolder, and grow together. Let's begin. Chapter 1. A new practice for a new reality. Why do I keep thinking about stuff I haven't done yet? Because your brain isn't good at storing tasks. It's good at doing them. Until you write it down and define it, your mind can't let it go. Masayoshi Son, CEO of SoftBank, handles over 500 companies, but doesn't rely on memory. Every night he writes down all decisions and next steps. This clears his head for the next day's battles. His speed and clarity come not from mental strength, but from structured external systems. Lesson: clarity begins when you stop using your mind as a storage unit. Chapter 2. Getting control of your life, the 5 stages of mastering workflow. Why do I always feel behind, no matter how much I do? Because you're not managing your workflow through all 5 essential stages. Missing even one stage creates leaks, stress, and poor execution. Stephen Covey didn't just talk about productivity, he lived it. Before the 7 Habits became famous, Covey focused on helping people manage chaos with clarity. He knew generic advice like just prioritize wouldn't cut it. So he built a system: collect, clarify, organize, review, and act. From Fortune 500 leaders to rural school teachers, his method worked. Covey didn't just create habits, he gave people control of their lives, one action at a time. Lesson: control isn't about doing more, it's about managing better. Chapter 3. Getting projects creatively underway. Why do my projects stall halfway through? Because most people jump in without breaking the work into clear, actionable parts. Proper planning makes execution smoother and problems easier to tackle. Walt Disney, the man behind Disneyland and Mickey Mouse, didn't start with magic. He started with an idea. He drew his thoughts, planned every detail, and worked step by step to make them real. From a small cartoon character to parks visited by millions, it all came from clear planning. Disney's success wasn't luck, it was creative ideas backed by action. And it shows that to get any project started, you need vision, a plan, and steady effort. Lesson: great execution starts with deliberate planning. You've learned how systems, workflow, and planning change everything. So ask yourself, are you reacting to tasks emotionally or building systems that serve your goals? Chapter 4. Getting started. Time, space, and tools. Why does getting started feel so hard every time? Because a messy environment and unclear tools create invisible friction. Organized spaces lower resistance and make action feel natural. Before Marie Kondo became a global name, she had one belief: clarity starts with your space. She saw that a messy room often meant a messy mind. So she created the KonMari method, not just to tidy homes, but to transform lives. Her message was simple: before chasing big goals, organize your space. Because real change begins one drawer at a time. Lesson: organized environments unlock consistent action. Chapter 5. Collection, corralling your stuff. Why do I feel like I'm forgetting something all the time? Because you're collecting too much in your mind and too little on paper. A reliable external system gives your brain permission to relax. Ratan Tata wasn't running one company, he was leading over 100. His secret? Ruthless collection. Every idea, task, or promise was captured, nothing left to memory. By clearing his mind, he made space for clarity and confident action. Tata's calm leadership didn't rely on noise, it came from discipline. And it all started with collecting before doing. Lesson: a clear head starts with an empty one. Chapter 6. Processing, getting in to empty. Why is my inbox always full? Because you're avoiding decision-making and action linking while reviewing tasks. Emptying in means deciding what it is and what to do next, nothing else. As Facebook's COO, Sheryl Sandberg handled crises and billion-dollar plans, yet kept her inbox empty. Every email was processed with purpose. Reply, defer, delegate, or delete. Why? Because cluttered inboxes create scattered minds. Her focus didn't come from luck. It came from processing with discipline, one message at a time. Lesson: clarity grows when you finish what enters your mind. Now pause a moment and think, are you spending your days clearing tasks or just clearing notifications? What would happen if you treated your inbox like a decision engine, not a dumping ground? Chapter 7. Organizing, setting up the right buckets. Why does my to-do list still overwhelm me? Because it's not categorized by context, urgency, or type of task. Right buckets help you access the right actions at the right time. Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie's writing feels effortless, but behind it is sharp organization. She uses folders, outlines, and structured blocks to sort her ideas before writing a word. Because creativity without structure leads to chaos. Her clarity isn't magic, it's method. Lesson: the right bucket makes even the heaviest task manageable. Chapter 8. Reviewing, keeping your system functional. Why does my productivity crash even after a good week? Because without weekly review, your system gets stale and outdated. Regular reviews refresh your clarity and restore control. Red Bull's founder, Dietrich Mateschitz, knew global markets move fast, so every Friday he reviewed everything. Sales, feedback, competition, nothing missed his weekly check-in. It wasn't micromanaging, it was staying sharp. His secret? Consistent reviews to keep Red Bull agile and aligned. Lesson: systems stay sharp when you sharpen them regularly. Chapter 9. Doing, making the best action choices. Why do I keep choosing the wrong thing to do next? Because you're relying on emotion or urgency instead of context and priorities. Clear criteria let you choose actions with maximum impact. In space, mistakes can be fatal, and astronaut Chris Hadfield knew it. That's why he followed clear checklists and priorities, not gut feelings. When problems hit, he paused, assessed, and acted with precision. His calm under pressure came from one thing: a system built for smart decisions. Lesson: the best next action is one you've already defined. Pause again and think, what guides your next move? Urgency, emotion, or clarity? If a decision could launch a rocket or stall your dream, what system would you trust? Chapter 10. Getting projects under control. Why do some projects spiral out of control while others don't? Because some have clear next actions and regular review, others don't. Managing the details maintains momentum and reduces last-minute chaos. Jorge Paulo Lemann didn't build empires by doing more, he did it by managing better. From Burger King to Anheuser-Busch, every project was lean, tracked, and tightly controlled. No bloated plans, no endless meetings, just focus, discipline, and results. Because projects don't fail from complexity, they fail from lack of control. Lesson: a project isn't under control until the next action is clear. Chapter 11. The power of the collection habit. Why do I keep rethinking the same ideas every day? Because you haven't made collecting a reflexive habit yet. Capture everything instantly and your mind will stop looping. In high-stakes chess, Garry Kasparov battled more than opponents. He battled mental overload. His secret? He captured insights instantly in a small notebook. While others tried to remember everything, Kasparov stayed present and sharp. Because peak performance isn't about thinking more, it's about clearing space to think better. Lesson: capture frees the mind to create. Chapter 12. The power of the next action decision. Why do I keep procrastinating even simple tasks? Because without knowing the exact next action, your brain resists starting. Clarity dissolves hesitation and activates execution. In Alibaba's early chaos, Jack Ma gave his team one rule: always define the next small step. Not big plans, just clear actions like a call, an email, a fix. That simple habit turned overwhelm into momentum. Because progress doesn't start with vision, it starts with clarity on what to do next. Lesson: action begins where clarity begins. Chapter 13, The Power of Outcome Focusing. Why do I drift in the middle of projects? Because you're not holding the final successful outcome in your vision. Outcome focus aligns your actions and recharges your purpose. Before building a media empire, Oprah Winfrey built mental pictures. She visualized success clearly, consistently, and with purpose. Every move was guided by that vision, not just reactions. Because for Oprah, clarity of outcome wasn't optional. It was the engine behind everything. Lesson: vision sustains momentum when plans waver. Now reflect on this. Are you reacting to life's chaos? Or are you leading with systems, focus, and next actions? Your future depends on the clarity you build today. That's a wrap on Getting Things Done, a book that proves productivity isn't about effort, but about clarity, structure, and small decisions done right. If you want more, read this along with 40 life-changing book summaries at www.readwithjoy.in or email us for a physical copy. From Masayoshi Son to Oprah Winfrey, these stories prove that when systems are strong, your stress shrinks and success multiplies. Stephen Covey showed us workflow, Dyson revealed the power of planning, and Sheryl Sandberg mastered inbox clarity. In the end, you don't need to do everything. You need to know what to do next. If you've watched till the end, drop a comment. Are you still managing tasks in your head, or are you ready to build your personal productivity system? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon. Thanks for watching from Read with Joy. See you in the next one.